We've got Fridays with Foley. I don't remember my song. Fridays with Foley.
It's okay.
Fridays
We probably don't need
Fridays with Foley. It's Friday with Foley. Welcome in, John Foley of 2008 Phillies. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. It's Friday. I'm here for Fridays with Foley. Love the music.
Issues. We're off to a good start.
Yeah, and you can hear me even. So that's so we're already doing better than last week.
Yes.
I got this headset. I look like I'm ready to go play some Fortnite, but whatever works.
To other things that are happening around the league, I want to talk about what's been happening on your Twitter with your hilarious movies that you're putting together of images from iconic movies that you're adding Phillies into every day until baseball's back, as you've been talking about. I need to know, how are you getting these ideas? Because every time I'm like, that was spot on. And every time I think I've seen the best one, you come out with a better one.
Yeah, it's the search for off-season content, right? You got to do something. You get in the habit.
About it.
I know you can relate. I mean, you get in the habit of just tweeting about baseball every day. There's always something going on, a game every night, and then it just leaves this hole when the season ends. So trying to fill that, doing whatever I can. I mean, I just have a massive collection of insane Phillies photos on my phone. So it's usually picking one of those and then just saying, all right, which movie can I put this in? But I think I might run out of movies. There's a lot of days until spring training, so we'll see. So suggestions are very welcome. If people have ideas, send those over.
Yeah, hit them up at 2008 Phils, and that's with a Z right at the end.
With a Z.
With the Z.
So hit them up. So, John, one of the things we've been talking about a little bit today is Shohei Ohtani and all that, but I want to run these new proposed rule changes by you as well and get your thoughts there, because this is becoming, I think, for me, a little bit too much tinkering. So one of the main things that the Rules Committee has discussed at the GM meetings and is going to go into the winter meetings is the reduction in pitch clock with runners on base. The new proposal will reduce the pitch clock from 20 seconds with runners on to 18 seconds. The clock with no runners on at 15 seconds will stay the same, not be affected. They're also considering reducing the amount of mound visits each team gets from 5 to 4. To me, it seems like a little too much tinkering for, 3 minutes saved per game. What are your thoughts here on the new proposed rule changes?
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't see the need to just keep tinkering like this. Everybody, now I'm in the minority. I actually am not a fan of the pitch clock at all. I think it's helpful for if you're watching the games on TV, but it kills you if you're at the game.
Grumpy old man here who likes his steak.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I see both sides of it, but look, everybody loves it. Everybody loved it last year, called it a massive success. You've got the games down to like 2.5 hours. What, changing it from 20 seconds to 18 seconds? What are we doing? Why? What are we doing? It seems so arbitrary.
The follow-up on that was that as pitchers got used to it and got accustomed to it, they started stretching it out longer. So the game time the first 2 or 3 months of the season was 2 hours, 37 minutes. By the end of the season, the average game time was 2 hours and 44 minutes. So 6 whole minutes of extra time was figured out.
Oh,
I guess they're trying to get that under control.
Yeah, I mean,
6 minutes,
how short do they want these games? Make it 9.
Yeah.
Make it 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Right,
7 seconds with somebody on base. Let's just get this over with. I mean, what are we?
Yeah, it seems a bit extreme.
What are we trying to do?
That is the wild thing. We're talking about a matter of 6 minutes here. And not only are we talking about those possible changes, but Ken Rosenthal did come out and say from The Athletic that there are some other changes that have been proposed as well. Most of them having to do with the umps resetting the clock following a timeout, or pitchers not being allowed to buy extra time by stalking around the mound. But some other possible tweaks. So pitchers being forced to work from the stretch with a runner on base, and any pitcher who warms up on the mound has to face at least one batter. And then they're not sure if that has to include pitchers that have injuries or anything like that, but it's aimed to eliminate the ability for the defense to wait for the first hitter of the inning to be announced and then make a pitching change. So some other like possible changes that are being thrown out there to shorten the games because they're so long with an additional 6 minutes from 20 seconds to 18 seconds, but also from just even the warm-up side. So I don't know. Sometimes I feel like we are overthinking things in terms of sports, of like the rules and all these changes, and we're overcomplicating things at this point. But I don't know, John.
That's where I am with it. It just seems like too much. I'm over it. Fought the battle on the pitch clock, lost. I thought it was a beautiful thing when baseball was the only sport without a clock.
Yeah.
I know I'm in the minority with this, so I'll let it go. But now 20 to 18 seconds. So I know it's too much. It's too much.
So, John, one of the things we've been batting around today, just kind of in a pipe dream, non-realistic manner, is Shohei Ohtani. And it's not realistic. The Phillies aren't going to sign him. But what we're tossing around is, would you give Shohei Ohtani 2 years and $150 million? It's not your money to spend.
Absolutely. It's not my money. Go spend that Middleton cigar money. Wouldn't I give Shohei Ohtani?
Could you imagine him in Citizens Bank Park? It would be insane.
It would be wild. Obviously not actually going to happen.
No.
But it's fun to think about. That's for sure.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it's something that, as we all keep saying, it's not our money. If he's
nope.
That's the numbers that are projected at. Yeah, I can't either. Hey, give him all that and the kitchen sink, whatever you need to be able to sign Ohtani to your roster. I know in the chat some people are jumping in also on the rule changes as well. So just wanted to quickly share those. But John, you're saying in the chat, part of the shorter clock is to prevent pitchers from throwing all out every pitch. They're also looking at capping the number of rostered pitchers to 12. Dave's talking about actually wanting to add 5 seconds to the pitch clock and getting rid of the ghost runner until the 12th inning. And then, of course, pay Nola over Bieber. That ghost runner. Some other thoughts.
I hate the ghost runner.
Yeah. I know you've been.
It fundamentally changed the game. Like the pitch clock, I understood the point of. The ghost runner is ridiculous. If you want to instill it in like 14th, 15th inning so people can go home to their families, sure. But like, come on, what are we doing?
Yeah. So in terms of Shohei Ohtani, I could see a short-term deal happening. I know these 10, 11-year deals have been thrown out there as well, but I kind of feel like we're hitting a short-term deal. I don't know. Tyler, I think you wanted to jump in on this. Is this what you wanted to add your thoughts here?
Oh no, I was just messing around. That was like the Jamie was talking about. You can't afford Shohei Ohtani. I said it's one of those like, can we get Shohei? Like, can we get McDonald's? And it's like, no, we got food at home. Like, no, we got Shohei at home.
Phillies have food at home, unfortunately.
Oh man. So then we also have been talking about. It feels as though with all these rumors going around, John, it's only a matter of whoever has the first news, the first signing. Then we're going to see a trickle effect from there. In your opinion, who do you feel like is the first starting pitcher? There's been a lot of teams out there actively, about 8 that we were talking about on the show yesterday, actively looking for a starting pitcher. Who do you think, in terms of the available names, Yamamoto, Snell, Nola, Ohtani, who's going first off the board in your opinion?
It's tough. I mean, you definitely get the impression the Phillies and Nola are so far apart that the only way maybe they can come to an agreement on his value is for somebody else to sign. And then it's like, okay, one of us, either the Phillies or Nola is wildly off base here. If somebody else signs, then you sort of figure out, okay, it was either the organization or the player. So I would say probably not Nola. I'll guess Snell, just because there seem to be more complications with Yamamoto, and he'd really have to figure out if the team's a fit, if the area is a fit. You can see Snell happening maybe a little more quickly than that. And I think Nola's going to take a while. That's my guess.
Yeah, I think Snell's going to be the first to pounce at the money and just take what's out there, because this starting pitcher market is sounds like these guys are about to cash in a major way because there's so much desperation out there. One of the other things that was announced yesterday, we've known the 2026 All-Star Game was coming to Philadelphia, but they announced Atlanta the year before. But, John, 2026 in Philadelphia is going to be absolutely insane. They're trying, I know, to get the Sixers to host the NBA All-Star Weekend. Apparently the Flyers are going after it as well. So you're going to have the MLB All-Star Game, the World Cup, the U.S. Open at Marion, and the Bicentennial. So in just a short amount of time,
explode.
Philadelphia is going to be the center of, at least domestically, the universe, which is a contradiction statement, but you know what I mean. It's going to be pretty wild here with the All-Star game coming up in 2026. I feel as though Philadelphia just always is neglected when it comes to these things. And it's been a long freaking time since we've seen the Midsummer Classic in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. It's been forever, and I think it's going to be a great year and a really great opportunity to showcase the city. What better place than here in 2026?
Yeah.
So
it definitely makes it exciting. Seeing the news that the 2025 All-Star Game is going to be down in Atlanta was that reminder that as Atlanta's getting ready to host their first since 2000, that was back when Derek Jeter was named MVP at Turner Field.
We're since 96, and we have one of the best ballparks, and it's so stupid.
If you let me finish.
Stupid Atlanta love.
If you let me finish. But as that news was coming out, it was the reminder, oh, that's right, 2026, when the All-Star Week's going to be in Philly, is also sending us back to 26 plus years that'll be back in Philly. So it's an exciting time to think about for the fact that 2026 will be here before we know it. Philly's going to explode.
All-Star at the Vet.
Can I name the Phillies All-Star at the Vet?
That year? John, you got it?
Ricky Bo.
Yeah, Ricky Bo was the Phillies All-Star that year at the Vet. Man, the Vet was such a dump.
Time.
I loved it, but it was such a dump. And that's why it's like kind of like it's a joke that Citizens Bank Park hasn't hosted. It's one of the best stadiums in Major League Baseball.
So partly why they're doing it in 2026 is in honor of the 250th anniversary of American independence, of course. So it is tied into the whole country in that sense. But then also 50 years, as you mentioned, after we had the All-Star game at the Vet. So it's a monumental moment for Philly too, because we're tying in independence and all this other history.
The Braves have posted 3 since then. Since we last had one. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, should we get to Guess That Ballpark with John so he can watch live Renee cheat?
He's not watching. First of all, John, all right, let's just throw this out there really quickly. I will say I thoroughly enjoyed our math game earlier, and I will prefer that any day over Guess That Ballpark because math is more my wheelhouse. But I will say, John, we didn't have rules. All we said was guess that ballpark. I have a nice list of all the names, and then there's a nice little small thumbnail picture of some of the ballparks. And so Jamie over here was looking at my paper. I should have had the divider up. He's looking at my digital paper and told the teacher I was cheating.
John, you have a background in litigation. What's the
he's a snitch.
What's the unspoken rules? The unspoken rules of understanding. There is a presumed no cheating clause, I think.
Now
in life.
all of a sudden we have rules for the game. Jamie's doing a clock. He's counting while I'm thinking, and then on top of that, he's
in
my head saying that he's all over the place saying I'm cheating, and got everybody else thinking I'm cheating.
She takes 6-7
bullying.
minutes.
She's bullying.
Googling ballpark images. I thought that was understood.
I'm being bullied. So John, what side of the table are you on? Who are you siding with?
I'm with you, Renee. This game is hard enough. We tried to play last week. It was hard enough without rules. Nobody needed to make it.
Nobody needs to make it
more.
It's very difficult, and even with so the image is not the same as what you're seeing on the screen. It's not the outline. It's just a generic ballpark picture. All right, then I'm going to cheat too. And it's very small. Okay, go ahead and let's see if you can actually get it. But then the bullying of you only have 10, 9, 8, counting down. What are we doing here?
You take too long.
We're on a digital show. We technically have all day.
No, I don't have all day. I have the bladder of like an 8-year-old. So
all right, me too. So that being said, John, I'm glad you're on my side. I knew you would choose correctly. I wish I could somehow flip flop you guys and bring John in here and send you to the virtual world. All right, John, and everybody else, it's time. Let's do it. Guess that ballpark. So we didn't do well yesterday. And I'm going to blame Jamie because I couldn't even think straight. It was Citizens Bank Park, and there was so much noise in here.
I knew it was Citizens Bank Park, too, after I submitted my answer. I hated it.
Oh, gosh. So, yes, you guys, join us in the chat. Let's get this right today. Maybe we should work together. Not. Let's see what
fun is that?
Let's see what our ballpark is for today. I'm still in the lead 2-1.
By the way, guys, if this is how this is going to proceed from now on, I'm going to just start making stadiums up. Like I'm gonna make like Tyler Zulli Field, and it's gonna look ridiculous.
To Renee's point, it's not easy. Like I have some pictures in front of me. It's not
Thank
a
you.
given.
It's not. The
not a
pictures,
given.
first of all, the pictures are not the same
You don't
angle.
get to claim you're winning so far.
All right.
Wait, how do I not get to claim I'm
Because
winning?
I haven't cheated yet.
Okay, so because
Here's
I
your
had sense
ballpark.
to,
We're gonna need Judge
because
Foley
I had
to
sense to
intervene here.
reference my resources before you, I don't get to claim my victory.
I'm only you were cheating.
I wasn't cheating.
Yes, you are. All right, hit us with that ballpark.
All right, 1 second.
I didn't even look at those. Are big pictures. You're really cheating.
Oh, so now you're. Oh, that is
See,
a
is it easy?
wonky ass outfield. Oh,
Okay, let me consult my sources.
the one I guessed yesterday.
Yeah,
comes
Randy's
from
right. I'm dropping a backyard baseball park in it.
Oh my God, I used to love
You're
you
gonna get
guys.
Ernie
I used to be
Steele's
so good
backyard.
at backyard baseball.
I never played backyard baseball. I missed that.
Loser.
No, I'm just older.
Just kidding. It was a great game.
Tyler and an old friend of mine used
See,
to talk about
is this
the time.
easier, Jamie? No.
Yeah, it's a little easier. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go with my answer from yesterday.
What?
What was your answer from yesterday?
Minute Maid Park.
Okay.
What?
And if I get it today, it proves that cheating does in fact make this game easier.
No, about all that.
MBD said put the Polo Grounds in there.
Connie Mack
No,
Stadium.
see, Polo Grounds would be easy to get because it's 800 miles to center field and 12 feet to right.
I didn't realize I drive past Connie Mack's home every day. And I just noticed that the other day. Pretty cool.
I'm gonna go with.
I'm going Minute Maid.
I'm gonna hide my screen.
Why are you hiding your screen?
We're going to get
I don't
folders
want you
like
to
they used
see
to do in
it.
grade
See
school.
what?
You have
I
to
already
put your
submitted my
folders up.
answer.
I don't
Alright,
think you're
just-
right. I don't think you're right.
Okay, then guess something different. I already gave up. See, you spend too much time on this because you want to be right so bad.
I do want to be right. I mean, we're playing this game to be right, not to be wrong.
No, we're playing the game to torture ourselves.
I'm gonna go with Truist Park. We haven't done
Truist
that.
Park, the Atlanta Braves. And
Wait.
do we
In
lose
the
John?
chat,
No,
do we
John's
have
still here.
any
Okay.
answers? MBD said Minute Maid isn't a bad guess. I was thinking Oracle at first, actually, and I'm kind of now nervous. Let me do one more quick.
Oh,
look.
come on. No, you already submitted an answer.
I didn't submit
Truist.
officially
Truist.
they both look similar. Oh no, it's the left and the right field.
Oh, God.
Out in.
John, you see what I have to deal with?
All right, I am gonna go with Oracle. Oh, dang it! It kind of looks like Truist, but it kind of looks like Oracle.
Submit an answer.
All right, I'm gonna stick with Truist.
Truist is
All
in.
right, Coors Field. John saying, John, what do you have? John Foley. There's a lot of Johns in the chat on the show.
I'm gonna go with Jamie on this one and say Minute Maid. That
Oh shoot!
Minute Maid.
Oh,
straight
no, I'm
left
nervous.
field.
All right, so
Wait, have you heard a correct answer?
between the chat and you guys, there has been a correct answer, yes.
Tyler's got a good poker face when it comes
my
to this.
God.
So we're locking them in, 2 Minute Maids and a Truist.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That just proves it, ladies and gentlemen. Cheating is easier. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. John, congrats to us for being so smart.
We did it.
This is gonna ruin Renee's weekend. She's gonna think about it all weekend and she's not gonna be happy. But now that I can look at images, it's certainly a lot easier.
I've got nothing to say. I need to get better at losing. It's been 31 years of this. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. Good job, guys. Congratulations on your win.
Yeah. Well, John, thanks as always for joining us on Friday. Hope you have a great weekend, and let's hope next time we talk, there's some salacious Phillies rumors out there.
Hope so. Hope things start moving. Thanks a lot for having me on.